Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dakota Fundraising News Podcast. Before we get into it, just want to remind all of our listeners, first of all, we appreciate you guys, but please like, subscribe, share the podcast with one of your colleagues. I'm sure someone could get some insights out of this. But yeah, we'll get into the normal agenda here shortly, but we do have an exciting event coming up May 19th. Pat, why don't you tell us more about that?
Yeah, the Dakota Way Sales Conference. We're so excited. As all of you know, if you're listening to the podcast, our founder, Guy, has really written the book on fundraising, literally wrote the book on fundraising and investment sales. Great read, super light read, 70 pages, but super, super valuable. 70 pages full of insights. You can get it on Amazon. If you're interested, we'll send it to you for free. So you can reach out to us. We have the book plug. But the Dakota Way Sales Conference is going to be very, very exciting. We're having leadership from various distribution teams around the country. We'll also have guest allocators there. So John Tassone from Ford Family Trust will be flying up from Palm Beach. Chris Burrows from Cerity Partners will be taking the subway from their New York office. Maybe more of an Uber guy, but we'll see. Regardless, it's going to be really fun, a great day for professional development and learning from industry peers across fundraising, sales, marketing, and distribution, and then also hearing from allocators and networking with your peers. We're really pumped about that. May 19th, we look forward to seeing you there. There's a QR code down below for more information.
Awesome. Yeah, super pumped about that, Pat. Most of the Dakota team will be there too, so it'll be awesome to meet people, meet some of our listeners maybe. Let's just get into it though, Pat. Maybe a little bit of a shorter agenda today, but as far as job changes goes, super key to stay on top of pretty significant change coming out of CalPERS recently. Their deputy CIO, Bienvenue, is he's going to be leaving the pension to join General Atlantic, actually, the private equity firm. So pretty significant news there for General Atlantic. And then, we'll follow up with CalPERS as far as, potential replacement and things like that. Keeping it moving here, though, Genan Kirby has left the Indiana Members Credit Union, has joined the Iowa State Bank as an investment advisor. And then lastly here, Nick Schwartzetel has left HarbourVest and has joined CIBC Private Wealth as a senior vice president in their alternatives credit section there. So some challenging names for me today, but made it through.
Yeah, jumping to RIA, we have something that may happen and may not. So don't quote us on this, but something to keep in mind. So the Los Angeles-based RIA, Churchill Management, they are apparently for sale, right? They have about $10 billion under management. It's just recently come out that Focus Financial Partners is reportedly in talks to acquire them. This would be huge. Frankly, this would be a massive deal that would occur. Again, the deal is not imminent, but it's getting there. So it'd be a pretty big one. It'd be a huge win for Focus to pick up, a $10 billion, leader in such a major metro. So we'll keep everyone posted on that, but something to keep a lookout for. Next, Raymond James, back to our sort of regularly scheduled programming. Raymond James has recruited Jason Torrey-Payne from the Pasadena-based Cuso Financial Services, where he managed about $365 million. So he'll be joining Raymond James. Pasadena is beautiful. I was just there for a meeting. The Rose Bowl is worth driving out to see if you're in LA and you have some time. LA traffic though, geez. And then here we go in Baltimore. Don't forget that if you're listening to this last night, Maryland Terrapins, March Madness, that's my team this year. So we'll see as we're recording this. We do not know the outcome of the game tonight. Waverly Advisors, though, they've announced that they are acquiring GGM Wealth Advisors. That is a Baltimore-based high net worth RIA. They have about $400 million in client assets, and they again have joined Waverly Advisors as of March 21st, enhancing their presence in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic.
Nice, Pat. Let's get into searches here. We did just send out 2 searches to all of our subscribers this morning, actually, both coming out of 2 Boston retirement plans. Firstly, the Weymouth Retirement System. They are looking for qualified investment managers to provide diversified real assets investment management services. Weymouth, they're about a $287 million plan. They're looking to allocate between $5 to $15 million for this mandate using Fiducian as their consultant. Deadline for this one, you got around 3 weeks or so. April 17th is the deadline there. April 16th is a deadline for the U.S. small cap value search coming out of Westfield Contributor Retirement System. They're looking for U.S. small cap managers for their $330 million investment portfolio, looking to allocate between $5 to $12 million, for this mandate. They are also using Fiducian. And then just an update from the State Teachers Retirement System of Ohio, much larger plan here, little over $96 billion in assets, leveraging Makita and Callan as their consultants. They've made some recent changes to their strategic asset allocation. So they're going to be increasing their targets to private equity and liquid alts, and also to core plus fixed income. You're looking at a 3% increase in private credit, 4% increase in liquid alts, and they're going to be increasing their core plus fixed income bucket to 21.5%. That's a 4.5% increase. And then adding long treasury bonds as a focus there too. I believe that's going to be a new target for them at 3%. And then you can find all this in Marketplace, but they're going to be decreasing some of their equity buckets, their U.S. equity bucket by 6.7%, decreasing their developed international bucket by about 5%, and then their emerging markets bucket by about 1.2%. A couple other details that you can find in Dakota Marketplace on that as well.
It's good stuff. T-bonds are back. Let's jump over to London. We've got an investment we want to call out, Border to Coast. They are a London-based pension plan. They have replaced Loomis Sales with Bailey Gifford and Jennison Associates. I said Bailey Gifford weird there, but I hope I said it right the second time. And then Michigan State Investment Board. Again, if you're listening to this on Friday, Michigan State plays tonight, actually, on Friday.
I got them winning my bracket, so
they're deep. They have 10 players that all play meaningful minutes and score, which in the NBA, that's unheard of. In college, it's extremely unheard of. Many of them are going to go to the league. But anyway, couple of slam dunks here from them. We'll talk about Nuveen. They've made a quick allocation for $100 million to Nuveen's hedge fund. It's the SMRS fund. They've done a co-invest with Blackstone for private credit for $75 million. That's the Blackstone Capital Opportunities 5. They've invested $100 million with Summit Partners for growth equity. That is Summit Growth 12. Excel Growth, another growth equity investment that they've made for $20 million, and then Excel India Fund 8, early stage venture fund. We did talk a lot about early stage venture on the Dakota Research Podcast this week. We even talked about how India is sort of a hotbed of technology and how it's really seeing a boom of specialists focused on that. So Excel is one we did not call out, but I wish that we did. So it's good that we're calling it out here. If you're a dual listener, you got bonus content.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just jump over here to Iowa. You can learn more about Michigan State's comprehensive list of recent commitments in Marketplace, of course. Iowa PERS, though, quickly in Des Moines, they have a search update. They are hiring the following absolute return managers. So 5 here, Navigator, Blackstone, Bracebridge, Brevin Howard, and AQR. Obviously all flagship names. So good wins for all of them.
Nice, Pat. Those are some huge updates out of Iowa as far as their absolute return, search updates, and things like that. All this that we reference you can find in Dakota Marketplace and more. No fundraising updates for today. We'll save that for next week's slate of podcasts. You guys can check out the Dakota Research Podcast this Friday, Pat. You'll find Pat and our other colleagues, Chris Lohr and Alex DeMarco, on there. You can find that on Spotify. And then, as we mentioned, don't miss the May 19th event in New York City. We're pumped to come meet everybody, and I'm sure you'll be hearing more about that conference on next week's shows as well. Thanks, guys.
This episode is brought to you by Dakota Marketplace. Are you tired of constantly jumping between multiple databases and channels to find the right investment opportunities? Introducing Dakota Marketplace, the comprehensive institutional and intermediary database built by fundraisers for fundraisers. With Dakota Marketplace, you'll have access to all channels and asset classes in one place, saving you time and streamlining your fundraising process. Say goodbye to the frustration of searching through multiple databases, websites, Form ADVs, and say hello to a seamless and efficient fundraising experience. Sign up now and see the difference Dakota Marketplace can make for you. Visit dakota.com/Dakota-Marketplace today.